And how many have we come across to? 30? 40? And somewhere in the 100 million, there may be styles that match ours, that cost less, that we know nothing about. Style&Share provides a seamless experience to both consumers and retailers all over the world. And we have 3 strategies to get income for our operation. Fees for every registration, 10% for every clothes that's bought, and membership fees. So let's introduce a new way of organizing the wardrobe. And of course, a whole new way of online shopping. Let's introduce Style&Share to the fashion world. Thank you.
Okay, Aisya, yeah, congratulations. Yeah, your projection of yourself shows that you're really enthusiastic to this business idea, and then you start out very good with the brand Style&Share. I suggest you, if you want to pursue the business, do the trademark of this Style&Share before other people, steal it and intellectual property. That's fine. Okay, number 2, I just want to ask questions. Okay, so you are providing the solutions for everybody in the fashion, especially ladies. Is it the solution for the people to choose the fashion, just mix and match, or the whole experience? You choose what you want to wear or you plan to wear, and then other people commented it, and then then you choose where to buy or how to buy, and then until purchasing at the end. So what is your idea? Is it the one choosing section or the whole spectrum of?
So basically, we have this virtual wardrobe, what I'm thinking of. So basically, they have like all the styles that they have, all the clothes that they have in the wardrobe, and then basically friends can basically suggest, or basically sometimes we have like online shops that they're like, oh my god, I really like this dress, I'm gonna buy this one day. So we have that too. So it's like either the one that you already have or the ones that you wish to have, or maybe friends can suggest them too. And then basically like, because of that, you sort of, Style&Share sort of know what kind of style do you like. And then from there, we are going to do sort of like Amazon suggestion. Like we'll suggest from all the retailers all over the world, this clothes, you might like it. So if you want, you can buy it, something like that.
All right. Okay, that's a good idea. But you also have to think of the reality of why there are a lot of boutiques are around. In the market, because people like to go there, try fitting in, see beautiful not, and then is it matching or not, So you have to address that as well, because it's not because I remember the business of the clothing through the internet. There are many arguments. Some people say, it's easy to sell, to promote it, but in terms of selling, because it involves size, it involves a lot of things. So when people choose it, then they think, is it matching with me or not? Because you also as a lady, you know that you want to try first and see if it fits or not. You don't want a big baggy or showing parts of your body, everything. So you have to consider this as well when you develop this Style&Share, because how do you respond to that?
Alright, so because I looked up, and basically 86% of the online users actually shop online.
Okay.
And fashion shopping is like number 2 of all that. Number 1 is, I think, technology, and then number 2 is fashion shopping. So I think even though there's no real experience, I think people still do shop online. And then basically we also have, I think maybe I mentioned it too fast, but then we also have this mix and match. So you can actually mix and match basically clothes that you think you want to buy with the clothes that you already have. So you basically mix and match. For example, you want to buy a sweater, and then you're like, what sweater should I wear this with? So basically, you have your clothes already, you put the sweater in, well, that looks good, so you'll just buy it, something like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. People buy a lot of clothing as well, but it's a generic clothing with a normal size. So you have to, when you develop this idea, you have to think of the existing brick and mortar business together with them to complement it. So thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
So how do you, a very energetic presentation, very good. It's a great idea, and I encourage that. So, so how do I put my existing wardrobe up there? Pictures of myself or what?
Yeah, so basically even now on Facebook, you can see people posting their pictures of their clothes, like trying to show off their clothes and everything like that. So I'm pretty sure people like around the crowd will actually post their pictures too. And we also have the business model I have, where we have vendors from all over the world. So we'll just do some kind of crawling, like technology crawling, to crawl over to the websites and get their information and also get them to get the information that we need.
Because I think you have some, you've got a lot of potential, but you want to think through that. Think through that also because, like Said Zakaria said, you can do the, if you're in a brick and mortar store, they can take a picture of themselves with it and share that. I mean, so the social aspect and the informed, the mix and match, I think that's you think through your differentiator. I think that's a differentiator, and I think that then if you can figure out that the capacity to then, like you say, to buy online or use it as a friend, so think through that. So and how that would happen. Also on your monetary model, memberships is really tough. So I would be really careful about that one. There's the real easy book called App Empire has a very simple explanation of options for monetizing on mobile applications. But I'm sorry, I lost my point. Forgive me. In terms of thinking through the different. So one of the things you should do is start to think through a couple of user stories or use cases. So think through how the steps that a person would take in using your application, and how that would happen in sort of like as a process, and that'll help you think through where the different components that you need within the application.
Thank you.
Most of what I wanted to say was just said. So I wouldn't, just looking at the membership model, I have to say yearly cost of $500 a year would scare me, and would probably turn me away from even trying the product. So I would urge to reconsider that model as well, especially when you're in a business of fashion. I think that there are other opportunities, like doing the click-throughs and getting some money, for that. All of that. I wanted to also say, how do you get your own wardrobe online? That's already been said. But overall, I think it's a very interesting idea that I think has potential. I mean, it sounds like it still needs to be a little more developed, but it's one that sounds, in the long run, interesting and viable if the business model is right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Aisya.